true. I would like to wish you a welcome to the first AIM start competition here in Serbia. As far as I understood, the judges are here ready, startups are ready, so I think that we can all start. I think that this is a great opportunity for startups, and I would like to thank all of you for applying and also judges for joining us today to choose the first winner of the AIM competition. I would like to just wish a good luck to all startups, and yes, let's go to Dubai. Thank you. I will also give a floor to Nevena, who will be in touch with you with all other details regarding this competition. Thank you.
Okay, as we gathered all here today to see these amazing startup teams, I will wait no more to call the first one, ePrime.
Okay, hello to everyone. My name is Milan. I'm coming from ePrime company. We are producing electric vehicles. So two of our electric vehicles you can see here. It's our model Experience and our model Effecto. We existing for 3 years. All these models are designed, developed, and produced in Serbia. We start to export our products to Europe Union. In this moment, we are searching for new countries for export. I will forward this to another page, but can you? Okay. We moved a few months ago to new factory. We established new factory place, and for this year we plan to export much more pieces than before. For now, we produce few hundred pieces, and we sell to domestic and abroad customers. As I said, this is model Experience, our let's say best model. He have huge performance. For example, for specific order, he can run 100 kilometers per hour, and he can reach 200 kilometers with single charge, who cost $5 or $10. It depends of electricity cost. Design is very unique. As you see, we didn't copy any part of any producers in the world. So details you can find on our website or on our catalog. This is the best-selling models. It's Effecto and Effecta. It's cost about 1,500 euro, and it's male and female model. It's standard city bike. Also, you can see here Effecto for this year, new model. This is our cheapest e-bike, and it's cost about 1,000 euro. This is something new. We start to work from this year. It's cargo bike. It's designed for couriers. It's designed for logistic company who deliver their goods or deliver goods for someone else to customer. It's designed to have smaller wheel back and front bigger, to have bigger cargo space. And what is interesting from this year, we offering to our customers leasing. We establish Casco insurance to our models, and we selling via leasing. So all companies who want to buy our bikes, first of all, companies, it's very easier to buy it because of leasing solution. This is we finish. Okay, thank you.
We will give
start. Thank you for the presentation. I think it was very interesting, and it's good to see more options in terms of the electric bikes. Can you tell us like what you say is your unique selling proposition? Like what's the kind of like the key thing, the key characteristic of E-Prime that differentiates from the competition?
Yeah, it's very good, good price and very good performances. So our prices are much lower than prices in Europe countries. We are more expensive than Chinese, but much more. It's much better quality.
Okay, what do you need?
We need opportunity for new market, and we need bigger investments for bigger production.
How big investments?
Let's say for next 1 or 2 years, for sure we need 2 or 3 millions, for sure, because there is a lot of tools we need to work. For example, I will show you here. To make this plastic, you need 20,000 euro to make in serial. For example, it's a lot of investments for one model, and now we have 5 models. So,
okay, if I may, what's your revenue so far in 2019?
We sell something more. I didn't prepare this answer, but let's say between 1,150 and 2,000. Između 150 i 10.000 evra. Aj tako da. And it's only for domestic market. It's not included export. What we start. We come back a few months ago from biggest fair in Europe, and we present there our models in Germany.
And this cargo solution, I mean, do you plan? How do you plan to market it? Do you have some partners or?
This is all what you see. It's produced here in our factory. It's okay. We didn't take any partners. We offer this.
The question was more like how do you sell it? Like did you speak with some potential customers, delivery companies, or whomever?
We offer to city. We offer to logistic company. We also make offer to city government to make available to some students to drive this. Students can buy it from us from leasing. Sorry. Via leasing, they can drive customers. You can see in many countries, Europe or whatever.
But did you have like any serious discussion? I mean, did they say yes, we're gonna buy it, or like how's the feedback?
Look, for example, we're waiting a decision from customer from Vienna to buy 20 of this, but here we didn't find any potential bigger customer. We sold few pieces, but it's for someone who want to sell coffee or ice cream, something like that, but not big order. Yeah.
If I may, and what is the time needed for production of one of piece of those, and what time do you think that it is needed for you in order to scale it up for the further?
Yeah. It depends of time of year. For example, in this moment we have more than 100 on stock because we produce during the winter and there is no selling during the winter. So we're waiting 1 month from 1st March it start selling in our country and near countries. But in some countries they buying independent of weather outside. So it depends of time. For example, for experience, now you must wait 1 month, let's say. But for Effecto, we have a lot of stock and a lot of parts in this time on production, CNC machines and welding and everything.
And one more question. If I look at the bike,
yes,
which components are sourced from like Serbia or the region, and something coming from China? Or
yeah, I will complete frame is produced here. Battery is produced here, of course, from cells. Yeah, there is a lot of cells inside lithium-ion cells. It's part of electronics, and the rest of parts we importing. We cannot produce Shimano, or brakes or seat. It's not. There is no calculation to produce it here. But components I told you we producing here, and for now we working on new platform smart platform with Android and iPhone that you can see where is your bike to see cameras on it and rest of things for next year. Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, you can see your timer here on this screen. You have 3 minutes to pitch and 5 minutes to Q&A for jury members. The next team is White Lemur.
You can start. Hi, I'm Nikola from White Lemur Company, and I'm here to talk about our project Soma. One of the biggest problems our world is facing now is the environmental crisis. And a big part of that environmental crisis is plastic pollution. Most of the plastic pollution today comes from single-use plastics. We've invented a material that lasts forever and decided to use it for a single use and throw it away. One of the biggest sources of the single-use plastic problem is the styrofoam, which is used for, or better to say expanded polystyrene, which is used for a wide range of products. This has prompted a lot of regulatory actions and consumer interests, which is pushing businesses to actively seek solutions to go green in this regard. At White Lemur, we believe in a healthy world without plastic waste. And to this end, we are helping to invent new designs, materials, and prototypes that can help solve the plastic pollution problem. And we have created a new material currently, which we are calling bioporin, and it's meant to be a biodegradable substitute for styrofoam. So it boosts all the technical characteristics important for styrofoam in industry, while at the same time being completely biodegradable and flame resistant. It also employs cradle-to-cradle design, which means that the product can be returned into the product cycle in its entirety, or if it's physically or chemically damaged, it can be used as organic fertilizer. The product is grown, it's not produced. So everything that's made from our material employs biological processes to be created. It uses 98% less energy than production of styrofoam, and it is produced entirely from waste. So we only use agricultural and industrial waste combined with a few strains of mushrooms and some microorganisms to form the material. The production process is carbon negative, generates no wastewater, and biodegrades completely. We are offering this product through a process of designing, prototyping, and manufacturing biodegradable packaging solutions for other businesses. So our plan is to enter the market without much disruption and allow businesses progress without any additional problems for them. The market is clearly interested for solutions like this and ready, and we are currently working with some brands to develop solutions for them. In the pilot phase, there is a very obvious financial opportunity. And our differentiator from everyone else in the market right now is that we offer to produce biodegradable and single-use products cheaply and quickly. We've also launched a brand of wellness mushrooms, mushroom-based wellness products, because we have the same production cycle for that. And most of our revenue so far has come from designing solutions for a number of businesses. And we've also been recognized by a few grants and awards totaling up to 100,000 euros. That's it.
Okay, may I? Thank you for the presentation. It looks really interesting. I have a few questions. So, in intellectual property,
yep.
Is it registered?
So, this is a very new field, and all the entrants are very young. A few patents exist, but most of the patents exist on industrial processes and on product design. Because
did you register something?
We haven't yet registered. We are right now. I'm in a workshop in the Center for Innovation for registering patents because we're a beneficiary of a grant from the Innovation Fund.
Okay.
So we are currently in the process of filing.
How long is the product growth cycle?
It varies on the required durability and use of the material. So it can go from 1 day to 7 days, depending on which type. For instance, I have a small sample here. That's this is in 3 days.
Okay. Thanks. what area is needed to grow, let's say, 100 square meters of this?
So you need the volume, it's by volume, so you need physically the volume that you need to produce it in the set production time. So to produce 100 cubic meters, let's say, of the product, you need 100 cubic meters in the desired production time.
And how much money do you need?
We are not actually looking for active investment now. We are financed by private investment, but we are looking, as I said here, we are looking for strategic partners who are already in the manufacturing and 3PL logistics companies who can help us bring the product to the market successfully, and competition and something like taking part in the AIM pitching competition would provide us with an opportunity to get partners like this.
Thanks.
You mentioned that you are quicker than the competition.
Yes.
How does competition look like?
So if I can go back here.
Okay.
Most of the existing competition right now focuses on more premium products. All of their products are for different uses, so to say. So I've listed the competition from the mushroom biomaterial area. And if we are talking about direct substitutes for styrofoam, only one solution currently exists, which is not on the market yet, and it's production based from clay and milk proteins, which is about 15 times more expensive for the same volume right now.
Good to know. And then, the second question was, so what's your ideal kind of like scenario for the next 12 to 24 months?
So we have a tight plan for the next year, I would say. By the end of this year, we are planning to launch our product on the market, because it's currently being field tested and piloted, but it's not yet in commercial sales.
And you will produce it in-house?
We are producing it in-house.
Okay.
One thing is that our production currently is manual. And our intention in the next year is to automate the production and scale it to industrial scale, because we believe that the key to innovation in this area and the key to environmental help is industrialization and automation of this production, because everyone else is on that path currently, but we're all entering the market from different angles, so to say.
Okay, yeah. Since that you're working on something that is, I have to say, I see as something very disruptive for the plastic industries which are building on top. What is your idea of strategy of entering on the market? Because providing something like this may produce a lot of
ripples. Well, ripples from the plastic industry are expected, and that's not something that we personally intend to combat. There are regulations in place and regulations that are coming in place. By 2022, the use of single-use plastics will be forbidden in the EU. And other countries are following suit. I mean, even our country has a regulatory action in suit. So we are kind of basing our assumption on the fact that those regulations will come in power, and businesses will need an alternative solution. So we will be there to provide a seamless transition for businesses from packaging which they are using now by mimicking the technical standard completely. That's why we say progress and not disruption, because the industry which uses the packaging, like consumer electronics, won't have to change the way they package it, won't have to change their logistics at all. We will be there with a product ready that will serve the purpose.
So you believe that your product will be aligned with regulatory?
That's what we are forcing. Yes, we are working towards that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, white lemur. It's not lemur, it's lemur. I just learned a new word. Okay, the next one is Joberti.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Nikola Mijailovic, and I'm CEO and co-founder. Okay. Is it okay? Thank you. Again, I'm Nikola Mijailovic, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Joberty. Joberty is employer review platform for tech professionals in Serbia. We are a platform similar to Glassdoor, but specialized for local IT community in Serbia. The main problem that we want to solve is how to connect tech professionals with the right IT companies. So we know from based on our research that people believe to other people more than to the company websites. So because of that, we build a product where users can see anonymous reviews from other users about employee experience, salaries, benefits, and also interview process. According to Serbia, the total available market is around 5 million euros, and there is around 35,000 tech people working for about 2,500 IT companies. We launched our product 6 months ago. Right now we are in an early phase. So today we have about 22,000 monthly visits, 1,900 total reviews, and around 21,000 euros as total revenue in the last 3 months. Okay, so our business model is to be absolutely free for the end users, for the tech people, but we have some paid services for the companies, such as job advertise, company presentations, and also some market reports about IT industry and working conditions. At this slide, you can see some of our first clients, and so you can see that one of the biggest and most popular IT companies are our first users from the early beginning. So this is our team. Instead of me, part of Joberty are Slavko, Nebojša, and Dušica. And we, as a team, have a perfect mix of business, HR, and also technical skills. So our plan for the next year is to go to some bigger markets. And one of the potential destinations will be California, US. Okay, why California? California, because California is one of the biggest hub of tech and also startup companies. So we believe that will be the one big and good market for our product. That's it from me. Thank you very much. So we can proceed with questions.
Okay, thank you for a great presentation. One question from my side. What is something that you see that differentiate your solution from Glassdoor and other competitors?
Okay, so according to Serbia, because we are operating in Serbia, our main competitors are Glassdoor and also InfoStud. The main differentiation between Glassdoor is that we are specialized for local IT community in Serbia, which means that the criteria that users can see, that rate the companies and so on, are adapted for this industry. For example, if you're looking for a job, you want to know to search the open positions with, I don't know, with the technology, projects, and other important things. And all the communications and other things such as, I don't know, if you want to leave review, you can leave review about HR interview, technical interview, and so on. So this is our main differentiation. Our biggest competitor in Serbia are InfoStud. It's, how can I say, the biggest job platform that lasts for around 20 years. And our differentiation from them is we are specialized for IT companies, first thing. And also the second thing that we have employee reviews, which can help the users who are looking for the job to find the relevant information before they apply for open job position.
Thanks.
So what would be the strategy then in California, which, Glassdoor is quite strong there. There are other players. I mean, we talked about differentiation here. So what would be the case there?
Okay, at this moment, we are not ready for the new market. In the next 6 to 9 months, we want to research the industry. We want to build a product that will be something between AngelList and also Glassdoor, to build a product that will be specialized for IT and tech companies and also for startup companies. So as a user, you will have the opportunity to search more about, for example, investments, about more information about the product, about company, and so on. And we think that will be our first differentiation point.
Can you talk a little bit about those features? Because I just want to understand. So between AngelList and Glassdoor, and then you talked about information on the product that's going to be there. So on companies' products, I guess.
Okay. AngelList have a lot of information about startups, but
they have Product Hunt, which has that.
Yes, of course, but they do not have employee reviews, and we think that is the most important thing, because we need to find a way to attract passive candidates. And passive candidates are the candidates that are not actively looking for the job, but maybe they are open for the new opportunities. If there is employee reviews, they can learn more about startups and find the next venture for them.
What was your cost in the first 6 months? How much money did you spend to get those 21K?
All cost was 18,000 euros. But so we are positive. But our co-founding team are not on the payroll. So this is not 100% relevant.
Thanks.
No more questions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Roberti. Okay, if you like coffee, I guess you will love the next story. Telego.
Hi, everyone. My name is Andriana. This is my colleague Xenia, and we are Vendor Lever. Most of you here had at least 1 cup of coffee this morning, and it was probably bought at the vending machine. Did you know that 500 million cups of coffee are bought at the vending machines each day? Global smart vending machine markets are growing at an exponential rate, and key market drivers are rising adoption of smart technologies and Internet of Things, demand for enhanced shopping experience, and strict government policies for eco-friendly solutions. In order to meet customer demands and preferences, vending operators have to modernize their business. They currently deal with increased capital expenditure because new smart vending machine models are very expensive. Increased operational expenditure because without management software, maintenance is time-consuming and costly, and only one source of income based only of coffee sales. We offer vending operators hardware and software solution to help them stay viable in the market by upcycling their old vending machines so they don't have to buy a new one, helping them manage their operations more efficiently with management software, and providing additional source of income based on the space for targeted advertising on the touchscreen display of the machine.
Okay, this is our product. Our product consists of hardware and software. Hardware consists of core communication box that connects the old machine mechanism with the new software, touchscreen monitor, and modern design front frame. Software consists of interactive user interface application for machine data processing, business management system, vending telemetry that provides the business management system with up-to-date machine health and inventory data, and vendor mobile apps. With our product, vendor operators will save money because our solution costs 70 to 80% less than the new vending machine, make money, and reduce electronic waste. Our competitive advantage is that we offer a comprehensive all-in-one solution at an affordable price. We will make money by selling the hardware units and renewable software licenses and by offering product upgrades and support services. To do all this, we have gathered a team of dedicated professionals to deliver this project in a timely manner and successfully. And we are Vendor Lever. We have a prototype, which you've seen, and we are looking for a 12-month financing to speed up reaching the serial production phase and make smart vending easy. Thank you. Okay, so any questions?
So you said that you have a prototype and it's been tested. Did you gather some customer feedback?
Okay, and
we have a functional prototype, and that prototype have been tested by one vendor, our one vendor, and this prototype is actually something that we concluded that old vending machine can be turned into the new smart vending machine. And we developed a prototype for one widely used machine models, and we would like to develop a solution for other widely used models. To be exact, there are 7 widely used models in the European market.
How much does it cost to produce one unit in a series of 50 units?
okay, so production cost of one unit is roughly 600 euros.
With
So
the screen and everything?
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
With screen.
With screen, together with screen, with all the hardware components. So because we have suppliers for the components, we assemble the components. So basically the production cost is roughly 600 euros.
Okay. How much revenue can you get in 6 months from that unit?
Well, we plan to produce in the first, once we reach this serial production phase, we plan to produce roughly 50 units a month. So the price of the unit with the software, because the software license will be free for 6 months. Mm-hmm. So the price of our hardware unit and the software is 800 euros. Mm-hmm. And but after those 6 months, the vendor will have to renew the software license, and the cost for the software license per unit on monthly basis will depend on the number of the units ordered. But let's say from 1 to 15 units, the cost per unit monthly would be 10 euros per license.
Just one final question from me. Who is doing the upcycling the existing vending machine? You or?
We are actually, what is also some sort of a competitive advantage for us is that we don't ask for vendors to ship their old machines to our facilities. We have this plug-and-play solution. That's why we would like to invest in creating a solution for different types of widely used models. So with this plug-and-play solution, we will actually assemble everything here, and then we will ship it to the vendor.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Do you know some competitive, let's say, products on the market, and how you stay in position towards them?
Most of our competitors are actually offering some sort of a partial solution. So you have companies that offer telemetry systems, or you have companies that don't offer something that we call a cross-sell feature, because our solution is made for, this prototype is made for coffee vending machines, but it will also have a feature so that you can control your cold vending machine, which means snacks, that because most of the vendors have a coffee vending machine next to a snack vending machine. So this cross-sell function to be able to order coffee and then also be offered to buy a snack next to the coffee machine is a feature that our competitors, what we've seen so far, don't have. They have a solution only for cold vending machines, or they offer this telemetry system for hot vending machines.
And what is the key thing that you believe that it will make end customer more satisfied than the regular machines?
Firstly, because of all these smart features, make the customer more engaged, because also this is an example, once you order coffee, you will be presented with a video of a barista preparing that coffee. So in a way, it's kind of impersonal buying now a coffee at the coffee vending machine, and this would make it a bit more personal, more engaging, more interesting. That way the sales, we hope, would grow.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. And also, if you like, we have a machine at our offices, so feel free to test it yourself as well.
Okay, after the next one, we will have a 10-minute break, and now we can hear Limpei.
Hi everyone, my name is my name is Misha. I'm the CEO of the company called Limpei. So point-of-sale financing is present for many years, and we know that the average basket size is 4 times bigger than compared to the normal purchase. But on the other side, the penetration rate of the point-of-sale financing is very low, especially in the Western countries. Even in Eastern Europe, there is a bigger number of tickets financed by the point-of-sale financing. The average ticket size is very low. So although we know that is a bigger ticket, the total influence and impact on the retail sales on the end is very low. As you can see here in the equation, that of course, because of this, the total number of purchases is a very small amount of the total sale that is presented. So actually, retailers doesn't have the effect of this increasing amounts of the one sale. And what is the problem? The problem is that the solutions are unfit to the new age retailing. Most providers are the banks, which has no or limited knowledge in retail industry, which is usually only focused on approval rate, underwriting, KYC, all these financing aspect of the business. And they fail to address the key challenge that modern retailer has today, that is achieving the unified commerce as a new paradigm. And this is meaning like truly omnichannel solution, hyper-personalization, and ultimate convenience. And this is why there is a huge untapped market in this space, and that's why JP Morgan puts the point-of-sale financing as the hottest space in fintech for the next few years. So our solution is a point-of-sale financing tool that is based on 3 pillars. Pillar number 1 is experience beyond point-of-sale financing, that is focusing on the emotional journey of the buyer when he's making a purchase. The second pillar help us in scaling the solution, especially in the brick and mortar, which is a very challenging thing to do. With our scoreboard gamification implementation that we developed for the merchant, this helps us to achieve the consistency in implementation across the large number of shops. And number 3, of course, the financing is a costly thing for the business, and we developed a solution that can be very flexible for the merchants, so they can easily pick which financing plan they will use for each product, depending on the price, product mix, etc., etc. So the first pillar is bringing us more customers. The second pillar is bringing us more shops, and this is what we are taking. So we want to increase this number and the percentage of total retail sales that is financed by the point-of-sale financing. So I said that the number 1 pillar is experience, and we are focusing on this emotional journey. In the purchase phase, every customer goes to different emotional stages. So while he's browsing, he's very relaxed, no hesitation, no fear of regret. And this is where we are trying to... Okay. Sorry.
Thanks, Misha. I think it'll be interesting, maybe to go quickly through at least one of the slides and tell us, what you achieved so far.
Yeah, what we achieved is here. So sorry for all. I was trying to explain what people usually ask me to display. What actually you're solving for, So we are on the market for 1.5 years. We have 2 bank partners that we are doing in Slovenia. We are a financial institution that has a license to issue consumer credit. So far, we deployed almost 5 million euros of loans in Slovenia. Of course, all you know that Slovenia is a very tiny country. So in the Q4, we have almost 5% of the market share of the total consumer credit, not the point-of-sale credit, but total issue consumer credit. We raised so far 1.5 million euros, and we have 120 merchants in our network. We have 18 people, half of tech people here in Belgrade and half development people in Slovenia. And what is also important stuff for us, it is a very highly experienced team with C-level executives from the banks. Janko, who is ex-CEO of NLB Bank, and Tilen, who is ex-executive board member of the Gorenjska Banka, mid-sized bank in Slovenia. Three of us are the management of the company, and we are deploying the solution in Slovenia now, preparing a new market in the next few months.
And what will be the new markets?
So probably the interim step will be one of these two markets here in the region, and then after that we see that the huge potential for the product is in the Western countries, as you saw in our first slide. That the first slide shows that a very tiny percentage of point-of-sale financing there because there is no proper solutions, as you mentioned.
Of those 5 million loans that you've put on the market, how many users were that?
Around 7,000 users that we have in the system. So we are a financial institution by our own. So this is our customers. So we did the KYC. So let's say we can sell them other financial products, or our buyer can buy our company and have 7,000 more users that are fully checked creditworthy customers. Because the business model is that we have a partners with the bank, so we are doing everything by ourselves. So we issue the loan, we are doing the support, we are doing the collection. Customer never knows that the money behind is from the bank, and on the other side, bank does what is the bank best off, and that is providing liquidity and taking the credit risk. So this is like pure example what is now talking in the industry, that the winning strategy is partnership between the fintech and the bank.
Are you in the fundraising mode?
Sorry?
Are you in the fundraising?
Yes, we are.
Yes. And to be honest with how much?
For this year we are raising 3 million. Okay. This is the goal around summer. I hope so, summer, autumn. And with this money we want to open a bigger market in Western Europe, probably UK.
Do you have some additional idea of potential business model, maybe connecting banks and some other institutions in order to get something beneficial, or you think that this model is just needs scaling up on other markets?
Yeah, so we want to scale this. So because we are almost 2 years there, we pivoted a lot. Now this is I believe the stable and mature product and the model which want to scale across the Europe as of course number one phase. And then because I said this is the very lean model, this cooperation, and once we achieve the saturation in this model, these are all our customers. They can open a new products like payday loans, other cash loans, etc., as the next stage of the development of the company. But which is very interesting because you are actually using merchants now to onboard the clients for you. So all the clients are coming to the merchant networks, and then they're your clients, and we hold those clients. So this is how we play the game on the market.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
The next team is Patch AI.
Good day, everybody. My name is Philip. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Patch AI, the first virtual assistant for patients in clinical research. Clinical research is a very cumbersome and long process, which involves a lot of money. And what's being done is actually production of new medicine from molecule to human testing. Now, as I said, it's very long. It takes up to 15 years and costs on average 2.3 billion euros to get a new medicine out. So one of the biggest costs are the human clinical trials, which are done during this period. One of the ways to actually shorten this is to focus on patients and patient centricity, and also to have personalized medicine. And what's being done now in the industry is actually real-world data collection from patients themselves. Now, there's a big issue with clinical trials, and that's low patient engagement. These are they're sick patients, sick people with difficulty, psychological difficulty, and they have to navigate this complex ecosystem of clinical trials. Many of them don't even take the drugs that are being tested, and a lot of them actually end up dropping out from the clinical trials, which of course has impacts on milestones, slowdowns in clinical research, and also a lot of money lost for pharmaceutical industry. Now, what we kind of figured out is what we can do is actually collect this very important clinical data, but also engage patients through their phones. This is actually an opportunity, and it's that many of these clinical trials are actually conducted on pen and paper. So in the world where you have 2/3 of people actually using their phones and smartphones, in this case, they're using pen and paper for healthcare. So without further ado, Patch AI. This is our virtual companion, which offers patients an assistant to navigate, as I said, the clinical world of, the complex world of clinical trials. It does so through a chatbot, so an empathetic kind of human mimicking way of data collection. We also added gamification to try to engage them more. And we have a health monitor that kind of gives them an insight into their disease progression. We have also education and information platform there. But on the other side, we provide doctors a real-time predictive analytics of what's going on with their patients at all times. The market size is increasing, so we have 20% more clinical trials yearly, and we're at the moment focusing on Italy. Our competitors are very non-patient-centric. They're quite old and not very easy to use nor engaging. And our core technology is actually, we're trying to use real-time data with patient behavior along with their patient health status which feeds into our machine learning algorithm and spews back an personalized engagement strategy. We have a client, Novartis, one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies, and we started a clinical trial last month. I have to hurry up. A business model is sort of SaaS. Pharma pays for everything while doctors and patients get to use the app. We are a team of healthcare, business, and tech professionals, and we had a very successful last year with our achievements. So thank you very much.
Okay. Could you please go back to the team slide? Who in the team has experience in AI?
We have our CTO, but the AI part is being done by a outsourcer here in Serbia, a SmartCat, a team which is specialized in data science.
Okay. What is your ask? How much money do you need?
So we're opening a new funding round this week, and we are looking for 1.5 million. We've raised 900,000 so far in 2 funding rounds.
Thank you.
And where's that 1.5 million going to take you in the next period? What's kind of like the roadmap?
Yeah, so the roadmap...
if you go a little bit more like in the full product release.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, the thing is that with Novartis, we had a client first, and then we developed the product for them. So we have to scale. We have to, I mean, as you know, I mean, with software development, the first software is not scalable always. So what we're trying to do is actually get more clients and adjust our platform to be scalable and adjustable for every clinical trial. Yeah, we are of course sourcing for leads. We already have a business development pipeline, and yeah, 3 to 6 clients this year, and then we will have gathered more and more data for predictive analytics and also for maybe a B2C model, because right now everything is B2B, but for data generation, you'd probably want to go for a B2C solution.
Correct. Any specific health vertical where you're focused on?
So can you specify a bit more?
I mean, like what kind of patients, what kind of diseases?
Right now we're trying to be disease agnostic. So we're trying to go for disease which actually, so the diseases for which you need real world data and that are collectible through a phone. I mean, there's, right now we are focusing on pain, oncology. Those are the main two branches that we're focusing on. But we're trying to be as agnostic as possible. But I mean, we're at the beginning. We'll see how that goes.
Just one quick. What was your revenue last year?
So with Novartis, the first contract that we concluded was 135,000 euros. But it's going to be, because it's a sort of a SaaS model, we're getting the money over time. during
That's
the
annually.
Sorry?
Annually.
So no, that is the scope of the whole contract. So the clinical trial goes on for 3 years. So we're going to be getting those 135Ks over the 3 years.
135.
Yeah, 135. Yeah.
Do you have some special strategy in regards to regulatory obstacles and putting health data in cloud and things like that? And how do you plan to overcome this?
Yeah, we have many limitations because of regulations. But the thing is, you know, you can still anonymize these data and keep it internally as long as the patient is willing to do so. So every time a patient signs on, there is a privacy policy that they need to consent to, and also the sponsors, the clients, the pharmaceutical companies, they're very how should I say, very cautious about this clinical data. So we're not really allowed to source this data or so on, but we can keep it internally and still use it for machine learning, you know, adjustments.
And do you need some special licenses and approvals from the country where you try to roll out this product in order to use it?
Usually that's covered by the sponsor. So whenever there is a new clinical trial, the ethics committee of that country needs to approve this. But as long as the sponsor is pushing for you, it's okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you. Okay, Digital Works, the stage is yours.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Janko Pavlovic. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Digital Works. We are a startup oriented toward Industry 4 and Industrial Internet of Things, and we want to empower small and medium factories worldwide. So what we have is actually Maintenance Management System 4.0. How it all started is with our first product, which is called Gemba Walk, and it is actually made out of Kaizen philosophy. So it is all about lean manufacturing. You are going to come to a particular machine to identify yourself and then to gather data of the potential problems you are seeing or the potentials to enhance the system. So it is all about lean manufacturing. And then I would go to the customers and offer them this solution, and they would say, we can use it for preventive maintenance. And I'm telling them, look, but it is not for preventive, it is for lean manufacturing. And they are telling, we need it for preventive maintenance, for tightening, lubricating, and cleaning. So I then ask them, what do you really need? So that is how we identify there is a demand on the market. The situation is that this market is rather huge. It is $800 million it was worth. That amount in 2018, and it is growing with the compound annual growth rate of 10%. So the situation is that there was a big wave of ERPs coming to that market, and big factories acquired it. However, small and medium factories couldn't. It wasn't affordable for them. So what they did is actually moving to something which was available for them. So they are using Microsoft Excel. Then they are using even whiteboards for it. It is quite old system. It is non-specific for maintenance. It is not user-friendly. It is PC-based. So every single time they would need to come even to SAP if they don't have this special maintenance module, they would need to print out what they need to code to the particular machine to identify that they don't really have a good questionnaire to come back and so on and so forth. So the thing is that we want actually to create a system, completely a digital system, which is going to empower maintenance manager to plan tasks, to assign them to workers who are going to have access to it over mobile devices, and then they are executing tasks, they are reporting, so the manager can actually track the execution. How it is going to look like, we are going to connect all these machines over the power meters and over the OPC UA modules, and to create a complete digital clone of every single machine, so we can offer actually every particular user a user interface which is customized to their needs, where they need it, and when they need it. That would be all from my side. Thank you very much.
What would you say would be your kind of like a go-to market strategy to tackle all of these SMEs?
Yeah. So we are actually having two different plans. One of those is direct sales, and another one is to go through big partnerships. So the partners which are very good for us are huge companies such as Siemens, Bosch, things like that, who are actually targeting the same market. However, they are targeting larger factories. They are not really interested in the smaller ones. And then by that, we can actually be end applications of their big platforms such as MindSphere or so on. Maybe to add on, we are already having a company in Stuttgart as well, so Digital Works GmbH. And by that, we are in center of industry, southern Germany, and then we are planning to go for Balkans as well. Thank you.
Okay. What do you find that differentiate your company in this field of industry that you are trying to tackle?
Thank you for the question. So the thing is that our biggest competitors are ERP solution providers from one side, then Excel from another side. So I would say that we are not targeting the same market as the big players. They are going for big players. They want to go into predictive maintenance and so on. If we are talking about small factory, does that factory really need predictive maintenance? They are having only one working shift. And then they want to have something affordable, which is completely customized to their needs. The thing is that it is rather a good moment for this because, you know, all the technologies which we are using weren't that present in the past. And right now it's all about land grabbing. So the market is there. It's only the matter who is going to be first to acquire it.
So you believe that you find some sort of niche, let's say, in this?
Exactly.
Thanks.
What stage are we in, and what was your revenue?
So we are in a product development stage at the moment. We've got the investment from Innovation Fund, and we are using it for product development. The idea is to finish the product by the end of this year. That is the first part. Our revenue is 120,000 per year. That was the revenue in the past. The thing is that we are offering some services as well next to the product.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's all.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Teodesk.
Hi. So 9 to 5, two numbers that determine every day for more than 3 billion people. And we hate those two numbers. That's why 3.5 years ago, we started Teodesk as a collaborative work management software with a mission to remove every useless operational work from enterprise companies. When you talk about enterprises, currently every enterprise speaks only about two things. First of all, they want to be more agile. And second of all, data science, data strategy, and artificial intelligence are extremely important. So, while they're investing millions of euros every single year, the average office worker spends only 2 hours and 48 minutes of productive work daily. So all of the data science is trying to increase the margins of 5 to 7% in marketing and sales, while our collaboration is on all-time low. That's because in marketing and sales, we have extremely well-managed historical data, while our collaborational data is among dozens of different systems, which makes that data unusable. Teodesk solves those problems by combining all of the collaborational channels into one well-managed infrastructure with artificial intelligence in mind. That artificial intelligence can help us create behavioral analytics, error predictions, predicting of delays, and what we are trying to achieve is to create a comprehensive knowledge base that can be used as a collective company's experience in any kind of decision-making process. So we have positioned ourselves as a global leaders for higher project management methodology. That is methodology that we have developed core principles of, and that PMI has put into the PMI Book of Knowledge alongside Agile as the new trend. PMI also invited us to the biggest PMI conference held in Europe to talk about this methodology, and we are first on Google. Alongside that, I am international speaker for topics of artificial intelligence. I am co-author in the book for one of the biggest US tech publishers. and we are the founders of Institute for Artificial Intelligence of Serbia. So if you remember this, right? We have a lot of partners, media loves us. We have attraction of around 200,000 euros per year. We are planning to more than double it till the end of this year. We predict to have a hockey stick growth at the beginning of the next year with our penetration to US and UI markets and with our partnership programs. We have the best team we want to work with. I've been awarded Business Elite 30 under 30, and Teodesk was awarded for most innovative work management platform by the corporate Livewire. We are seeking 400,000 euros for 10% equity stake in our business to use for scaling. And if anyone wanted to know, that's around 7.27 camels. If there are any questions demanding camels or not, I'll be here to answer.
So based on your kind of like a track record and the customers that you have, did you try to create like some kind of a survey or results, you know, how much time it saves, what value it provides to the customer on case-by-case basis?
Certainly not, but we work with our customers on education and process optimization. So, for example, when you come to a new customer, we have implementation process where we set up some kind of goals. For one of our customers, the goal was to remove every daily report they did have, and they spent around 1 hour per day to write those reports. By using our software, they do not do that. So it's basically for that customer 1 hour a day, and they had return on investment for the whole process.
And just one more question. How do you look at certain integrations, you know, with different tools, with maybe RPAs or?
Yeah, we have open API. So some of our customers integrate ERP with our solution through open API. So we do not have by click because we're most targeting enterprise companies that want a little bit bigger security.
So do you offer software service as well, or you
are... software as a service per user per month.
Mm-hmm. And how do you see solutions like Slack, Microsoft Teams? Do you see them as competitors, or you find your solution something that can be plugged, let's say, in sort of tools? Because most of the big companies are in transition towards this kind of tools.
When we started, we thought that Slack, Microsoft Teams, Trello, Asana were our biggest competitors, but what it turns out is that Excel still is one of the biggest competitors. For example, Adidas is integrated with Sport Vision over Excel. Technomania is integrated with Vivin over Excel. So there are consultants that sell them for hundreds of thousands of euros what Excel table and consult them how to do it. So our business is mostly around education. We start with a premium pricing and we optimize some process and we solve the problem. Mm-hmm. So they can use Trello, but when we look at Microsoft Teams or Slack, but when we look at the problems with data management, you can never tell with artificial intelligence or any kind of natural language processing if some kind of chat or message was in relation for one task or it was in relation to a beer after job or whatnot.
And what is your position in regards to tools like Ballpark, Active Collab, Asana, and things like that?
They're mostly aiming for smaller companies or for teams. They're ongoing bottom-up. So someone in the team will start using freemium model, and then some other team will start using, and then they'll contact the top management. We're trying to create a solution that goes basically top-down, and we're experimenting with bottom-up through some partnerships.
Okay.
You've said that you have education as well.
Yeah.
In your revenue, what part of the revenue is education and none?
It's premium pricing, but you get everything to start with.
How do you intend to scale without on-site education?
Yeah, I said for currently. Yeah, when we talk about scaling, we have a plan to create partnership programs. So there are two kinds of partnership programs. Basic partnership programs where we'll sell only software, and consulting partnership programs when we are aiming for consultancies that are optimizing business processes and to sell through them or to sell to them and then have shared value.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's hear now the story of Ultimo.
Dobar dan. Hvala. Znači, izdržava i teška opterećenja, te od toga mogu da se prave kuće. Okay, hello everybody, and thank you very much for the opportunity to present our program. Everything started with this, of course. Okay, I need the glasses, but I'll try without. So we are basically a company that are producing the material. We are not producing the buildings, but we had the opportunity to provide the light building construction elements for the construction site in Africa, because the transport is a real challenge, not only the maritime transport, but also overseas, but also through the country, because from the main capital, Libreville, in Republic of Gabon, there is only one road going out to the jungle. So this is Okolasi, roughly 50 kilometers in the jungle from the capital, and we needed to produce something firm, stable, and of course light, so we can use it with the manpower. And of course the core was light, and the concrete, very high performance concrete, was on the outside, also specially designed with the joints and everything. So we succeeded with this program, but on the other hand, as a side effect, we developed the material that can be used in the most other applications, and we started to test it. It was developed as part of the construction houses in Africa, very competitive market with the Chinese, Turks, US guys, of course, Indians. And just to say you that it's roughly 100 square meters house, fully equipped with the garden, costs 30,000 euros. That means less than 300 euros per square meter with the garden, which is very, very cheap. So we also had to provide the cheap solution for it. And material, therefore, must be, well, we had to use it in a very small portions. So we discovered that material is very good and can be used for some other things, like it is waterproof, so you can use it as architecture concrete. Well, something like that. Then, well, architects discover it, of course. When you grind it, you can see very nice surface. And then we also install it on the facade, so you can put it on the outside. It's very easy, of course, to use it and to clean it. And then also it was a very good finishing layer for the floors, so you can make intarsia and other things. Very nice material. On the other hand, it's very good for the restoration and reconstruction, so we need just to test it and make new markets and do-it-yourself products. So it's our goal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. So if I understood correctly, you're creating building blocks for construction industry.
No, we are producing material. And the other company is creating the building blocks. So basically the problem is when you're transporting something light, you are transporting the air, and it's very, very expensive. So therefore we are producing a spoonful of concrete, high performance concrete, and then somebody else provided the manpower and everything else, and you can produce it everywhere. So the idea is to sell the material and then to accomplish and product the final block or panel. It's a building panel for the walls or for something else. But of course, it can be
you file for the patent.
Yes, two. Yes, yeah. We're in the process of 2 patents for the system and for the material.
For which area?
One is for the material, and the other one was for the system.
Okay, geographically.
Oh, we applied here in Belgrade.
Okay. Do you plan to protect it in EU, US,
yes,
and China?
Yes.
So,
we are not sure for the US because Trump is still the president, and I think he's stronger than us. So I'm not very sure that we can go there and build our job there, because well, they're very good and they have a lot of money, a lot of investment. So we are medium size. So it's Europe and of course Africa. Africa is a very good market and very extensive market. Everybody's there.
Thanks.
How much money do you plan to raise now? What would be your need?
Well, basically to install the production facility somewhere, because as I mentioned, the biggest challenge is the transport costs. So, and heavy material is more than 90% in this material, our final material. So therefore, for the production facility, you need between 150 and 200,000 euros at the site. So the idea is to find a market. Right now, we're in the process of trying the good. We have a local partner. We are trying the place for the facility in Gabon, and we are intending to operate in Congo and other countries, Cameroon and so on, from that facility.
Is the focus on African countries because their economic situation, or
no? Because we were there. Well, we were there from 2003, and we designed buildings there. We calculated buildings there. We construct the buildings there, so we know the markets. We know the local needs, and also we have friends there who well, they gave us the task. Please help us. We have the problem. Somewhere in the jungle, we need to construct the settlement, and we have nothing. So it's a challenge. So therefore, we are there, and then from there, we'll learn a lot of things. We're in a very small resources. When you have to be, well, innovative.
Okay, so first one disclaimer from my side, because I'm not close to constructing industry. What I want to ask you is in regards to durability. Are there some researches that you already conducted in order to prove that this material will last long? Because I think that this is important in this industry very much.
Yes. Basically, we had a program. We also were funded by Innovation Fund. Thank you very much them for it. We accomplished all those tests. So we tested, because the tropical environment is completely different than the ours. They don't have the frost, but they have very strange rains and very harsh sun, and also some strange bugs. So we check it, and it's durable. So we can guarantee durability more than 50 years, which is more than enough for the family houses that are the most market in Gabon and Africa generally.
And what is your idea about next step in terms of scaling? Do you plan to go to the more markets, or do you plan to expand it, the usage of this material in different
well, both
areas?
ways. Yes, very good question. Both ways. Regarding to Gabon and neighboring countries, because they are developing there, and our idea is to have the production facility there, and then to fulfill the market with the locally assembled products, material, of course, and also we have to introduce the material to the market. So we need to have some seminars and with the architects, with the masonry workers, and also construction companies. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, the last but not the least, Agrimo.
Hello, everybody. My name is Milan Dobrota. I am a CEO of Agrimo. Agricultural resources are scarce. Arable land, water, and the population is on the rise. Yet, due to the inefficiencies in farming practices, we use them in a way that harm our planet. At the same time, poor data and its usage contribute to the most of such inefficiencies. And data is becoming easily collectible with the advancement of drone and satellite technology. Yet, the big question remains how to analyze it efficiently and how to put it in the proper use, this information that we need to improve efficiency in farming. And this is why we developed Agrimo, which is a software that uses AI to perform analytics from aerial imagery in order to provide valuable information about the plants and about the fields. Agrimo is answering farmers' most pressing questions, such as was the sowing okay, and where and how to apply different inputs such as fertilizers and so on. So we analyzed so far 100 crop types, we have 20 analyses that we deliver. Our differentiation points are that our unique AI extracts the most accurate information about the plants, about the fields. So it's powered by vast amount of sample data collected from thousands of fields and expert inputs. It's capable of learning to tackle new challenges. We can use any sensor for the inputs, for data input, and we are devoted to agriculture. So we have, at this point, around 2,000 customers from more than 1 country in the world who paid for Agrimo, and among our customers and partners, we have key industry players and multinational agribusinesses. So what we want to do now is to build on the momentum to expand and scale, and we are working to deepen the footprints in Americas, to strengthen go-to-market channels, to further shorten our R&D cycles, and for that we are looking at partners to support it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for your presentation. Question from my side is, I mean, there are solutions in this area. There are more close. They're also close to IoT things that you put sensors and then you are collecting some sort of data. And I believe that you can also get some interesting, let's say, conclusions over that. Do you find that your approach is in comparison to that, close to that, or you can bring better conclusions and things like that? I mean, where are you towards IoT version of this solution?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you. So there is a continuum. On one side, you have food scouting. So you walk the field. Okay, so you observe every plant or every part of the field, and you can do that for a smaller field. Okay, and on the far end, other far end is satellite imaging to collect the data almost automatically for large amount or large areas. In between, you have sensors on the field, and you have drone collected imagery. So the satellite data is easily collectible, but not that actionable, and vice versa. So in this continuum, you have to position yourself somewhere. So we found a sweet spot in focusing mostly on a drone imagery, but also using satellite ones. So satellite to monitor fields and drone to do analytics on the field. If you want to use sensors like IoT, then it's a different story because you have to sell the hardware equipment, you have to install it, you have to maintain it. So it's all about the business model and where do you focus at. So we are focusing on developing software to analyze aerial imagery.
And your team is consist of which kind of, let's say, professional roles?
Yeah, software engineers, of course, data scientists for AI, machine learning, agronomists.
You have agronomists?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, agronomists to provide domain knowledge, and of course, marketing, sales, business development.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What has been your track record so far?
Sorry, what?
Track record. I mean, revenues.
Yeah, so last year we had 300K of revenue. So we are having growth between 2 and 2.5x year over year. Around more than 1/3 of our customers are from the US, a bit less than 1/3 in Latin America, and then around 1/5 in Europe and 1/5 in the rest of the world. So we work very closely with KWS, which is the world's 5th largest seed producer, with ADAMA, world's 6th largest agrochemicals producer, as a really important partners and the customers. Yeah, so I think that's basically a highlight.
Okay, I have 2 questions. How many people in your team?
24.
24. And how much money are you raising?
We are raising 1.5 million, but we are not looking for that amount because we already secured a large part of it. So we are looking from half to 1 million, but the sweet spot to join new partners is around 750K.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you to all the teams. We've seen really great solutions today. I will ask you to take a short break outside so we can leave our jury members to discuss a little bit further. And in like 15 minutes, I guess, we will have the winner.
So I guess that the excitement is there. Before we announced the winner, the decision was difficult to reach, we must say. So you probably understood that from the time that we needed to finish this. I would just like to thanks once again Stevica from Fil Rouge, Pedro from South Central Ventures, and even from Telenor for your time today to join us in deciding who is going to win this competition and go to Dubai. As well, I would like to thank and our partners from United Arab Emirates who are most probably watching us now through this live stream that we have. And I would like to ask now Ivan from Telenor to join me on the stage and pronounce the winner. Thank you.
Okay, so a couple of words before I show you a table with the name of winner put in it. I mean, since that we spent 2 times more than we supposed to for voting, you can guess that we have a very tough, let's say, decision in front of us. So I was really amazed with a lot of, let's say, ideas from completely different industries and different topics. What we try to vote, we have some sort of, let's say, form that we should, let's say, try to figure out, is your business model well suited? How do you plan your expenditure and things like that? But we really try to think of what would be the best, let's say, solution for what the winner could get the most from it from going over there, taking into account the VCs that are sitting there, the industries that are interesting in that sort of planet, and to give to the winner the, let's say, the best opportunity to find the best fit for the startup from one side and for the opportunity that stays in Dubai. So I will not spend less time for explaining. Winner for today is Agremo.
Možete da se ostavite. Da. So thank you very much, all of you, for participating today, and good luck with your businesses and startups. And we will all, I guess, follow Agremo on their trip to Dubai and wish them all the best at the event there. Thank you.